Mercedes.
It's
a bloodbath.
It's a massacre. Lewis is massacring him.
Yeah, I think he's gonna.
I'm predicting at least one crash.
Oh yeah, how many Lewis George crashes in 2024?
At least.
Over
under is 1.5.
1.5. Yeah, so one or 2.
1 to 2.
Yeah, I think
there might be 2.
At least
with this leadership, it's 2.
And what do you call a crash? Like them bumping, or like one of them gets taken out of the race? Because I think there's going to be some. I think those cars are going to be together a lot.
Yes,
because we know like what George can do on a Saturday. I think it's going to be that car is going to be in its own little world.
Strategy Hail Marys that will force them together.
Yeah,
even though Lewis will be faster on race pace.
Yeah.
And this is do or die. They skipped. Kimi Antonelli skipped 3 grades.
Yeah. Yep.
They're like, we need you like now. So George is going to be, he does not want to be labeled with that number 2 driver.
No.
So it's going to be a bloodbath. And he's going to be pulling up, he's going to be doing all sorts of trick plays this year.
Yeah.
And I can't, it's going to be one of the more exciting storylines. I think Gasly Ocon is going to be exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I think Yuki Daniel's going to be exciting because they're going to be fighting over Perez's carcass.
Yeah,
and then this is going to be just the George slowly descending into madness.
This is
going to be
just
amazing.
Well, all of 2024 is going to be a bit of like a musical chairs-y kind of year. So even if the season's boring, and even if it is like
pressure's on all these guys,
this is like gonna set the tone for like the next however many years, like and then like the music stops and they're just like fuck
they're all gonna be scrambling.
They're all gonna be scrambling.
Yeah, so I really think we're gonna be seeing some real desperation from George this year.
Now this year Hamilton was at 234, George was at 175. I think it's going to be closer than it was this year. I know that you're going bloodbath. I think that George is going to be. I think George is going to pull out. He's going to try to pull out a Rosbergy kind of year. He's going to be within like 10 points of Lewis. That's what I think. That's my prediction.
I think he's going to crash. I think he's going to try to pull out more dick than he has.
Yeah,
and he's going to hurt himself.
You think it's going to be bloodbath?
Trying to pull out extra dick.
Yeah, you might be right. If they're moving his seat forward, if Lewis is like, I've been wanting this for a few years, now you're finally giving it to me.
Yeah. It's happy learned how to putt. Yeah. It's over for you.
Fuck, I know how to drive this shitty car now. Okay, that's good.
Although if Mercedes struggles in the midfield, that might help George.
Mm-hmm. Because as
George likes playing in the mud.
Yeah, and as Fernando Alonso said, this guy only knows how to drive from the front.
Yeah, exactly. No, I just think he'll just lose interest.
He might lose interest. That's true.
Yeah, no, he just won't care.
Yeah, if they're solidly in fourth, and if the car is just not there, and they're behind Ferrari and McLaren as we were predicting.
Well, that's what happened in 2022 a little bit. Although I think Lewis was like working on setups, and George was like, I just want to beat my team.
Right. They're both those contracts are through 2025, so there is a little bit less of that musical chairs-y pressure. Certainly on Lewis.
But George is about the narrative. I mean, Toto did when Toto re-signed, he was like, I am re-signing for 2026 so I can beat Red Bull and win a championship with Lewis.
Oh, did he say that?
He said with Lewis. So it's like, yeah. It's tough.
And George is going to come in hot this year.
Yeah.
George is going to come in like a scorned lover.
Yeah.
Like day one, he's going to be like, hello, George.
Oh, hi. Hey. Yeah.
Oh.
It's going to be sexy.
I didn't know that Toto said that.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what he said when he re-signed. He can't wait to beat Red Bull with Lewis.
I'm kind of into that.
Lewis gives a fuck about Toto?
I kind of feel a little bit bricked up by that.
Do you think Lewis gives a fuck about Toto?
I think that these last couple of years have been tough, probably for, it's like when you see the person that you always kind of maybe credited with some type of lofty thing, and then all of a sudden you're like seeing, you're seeing the dirty underbelly, like that the Wizard of Oz, you peek behind the curtain and you realize that it's, maybe not the guy that you thought he was.
Yeah, but he's won at McLaren, I guess.
I know, but his whole
his big shtick.
it's all been at Mercedes.
All been
I think
Mercedes.
he cares about Toto. I think it's been a tough couple of years, but I don't know. Him just saying that makes me a bit bricked up. Because I'm horny for that storyline. I'm horny for that to happen again.
Yeah, but Toto is always like me and Lewis is always like Lewis never says anything about Toto.
Yeah, sure.
Lewis is never like it's us against the world.
Yeah, sure.
So it's just like, gotta win the 8th. Me.
It's just me.
And everybody back at the factory. You never
Everybody at the factory.
It's me and everyone back at the factory. He's just one of those everybody back at the factory.
Well, he also maybe knows like what like who's actually doing the fucking work.
Yeah.
Who's actually giving him the car.